Good to be back. I'm not sure any longer term subscribers might remember the last time we were here. This is Carage in Switzerland. Now, it was no exaggeration when we filmed this video last time that this is one of the greatest garages in the world, period. In fact, I titled it like that, and judging by the views that the video did, I think you guys agreed. Now, we are just about to kick off a European road trip. We're in Switzerland, and we couldn't not drop by here, say hello to our friends at Carage, but importantly, give you guys an update. It's almost 12 months to the day since we were last here, and we thought, let's swing in and see what's what. Kicking off with 8 Koenigsegg's in one room. And also, let's just touch on the room. We've also brought Hugh down with us, who's joining us on this road trip. Hugh's from Equus, and he's helping us with the build of the new Bunker 2.0 garage and the new Logic fit out. And I said to Hugh, we've got to bring you here, discuss some touch points and some inspiration that we can bring in from this incredible build as a hint and a tip of the hat of this incredible place into our own build. I think the most significant car in here, believe it or not, is this here. This is technically car number 1. So it's chassis 2, but this was the very first customer production car. The car prior to this was the pre-production car. And to be able to be around this, let alone drive it, which we did last time I was here, Kim gave me the keys to this and said, let's go and get some sandwiches. And I thought we were gonna take like an estate car or something. And he said, no, let's take the first Koenigsegg ever made. That'd be great. Genuinely one of my favorite spec Ageras, but it's probably one of my all-time favorite Ageras full stop. And the reason for that is, just on the side here, you'll notice a little sign next to the Agera logo that says Prototype. What's very special about this car is that off this single chassis alone, this car is a development car that is responsible for, wait for it, the original Agera, the Agera S, the Agera R, the Agera RS, and then ultimately the evolution of that went on to the 1-to-1, which is why this has a 1-to-1 style bonnet, but it has no air intakes here, because this is one of the cars that I think it might be the only car in the world actually that has a 1-to-1 front bonnet, but you're still able to take the roof off and store it underneath here, because in a 1-to-1, these intakes here are real intakes, but on this, because it is ultimately on a more conventional Agera platform, you can lift this up and store your roof underneath a 1-to-1 hood. It's pretty cool. Koenigsegg have a proprietary carbon finish called KNC, which is short for Koenigsegg Naked Carbon. The reason they call it that is that they have this process where they're able to remove any lacquer or clear coat which would conventionally be applied to carbon fiber and have it as the raw carbon. Not that I will touch this car, but if you did, you could run your finger over this carbon and actually feel the weave of the raw carbon itself. Now, from a ultra light weighting point of view, you could certainly take your purest hat and say that is the ultimate incarnation and therefore purpose of carbon. But what it did, the result of stripping it back to its raw weave, it gives this like chromatic finish to it. It almost looks like it has a chrome paint on it, even though it's completely raw carbon. I've never seen anyone else do it. The process takes hundreds, if not thousands of hours in order to strip off that natural layer of carbon. The reason being is it's all entirely done by hand. So they have to use thousands of pieces of different grains of sandpaper to remove the lacquer. And when they do, if they go too far, they'll scuff the raw carbon and then that piece is scrapped. So no pressure for anyone who's doing that process. As a result, there are very few completely naked carbon Koenigsegg's in existence. To be able to stand next to one and see it and appreciate it is mind-blowing stuff. We're going to get the camera on this, cue some sexy B-roll, and hopefully it gives you an idea of what KNC carbon really feels like.
Ever since being granted the opportunity to get behind the doors of Carage, frankly, I've wanted to share it with more people in person, in reality, to truly get a feel of the quality and mindset behind this incredible purpose-built facility. So with a dash of optimism, I brought my friend Hugh from Equus, who builds some of the best garages in the world, for just a hint of inspiration on the garage he's building for us.
Obviously, we're not going to build something like this, but I just thought, while you're on the trip with us and we are looking for inspiration and ideas, I just don't think there's any substitute for being here and like feeling the quality of it. I think the thing for me at Logic is I'm trying to build, trust with anyone watching this. I want to instill that we really care and that we trust, because ultimately someone's going to be handing over their pride and joy to us to take care of it for them. We're going to change the color of that car. It can be quite an invasive process. But if you look at the attention to detail in environments like this, it instills your whole mindset.
We talked to the owners here and they said it's 18 months of planning.
Yes.
And it's like
it's a
9-month build.
Yeah.
So the concepts, the design, the colors, how it all flows. Yes, there's the mechanics of the building itself, but it just exudes just pure class.
Yeah. If you want a full garage tour, there's a link below, because we did a full, all 5 stories in depth on all of the cars and features. So go and check out that link. But as a way to kick off this trip, it was a great place, stopping by and catching up with these guys. I really want to do something like this. Well, and the Carage guys are going to watch this video back and just come in here and rip all of our ideas.
But it's a fairly simple process. It's a CNC machine. It just routers out all this. You put whatever logo you want on it, and it's a fairly off-the-shelf stuff. It's got a really nice black sort of fireproof liner at the back.
Yes.
So the fireproof liner at the back is also doubling up as a sound echo. So it's sound absorbent. So if you feel that through there.
Well, it's quite amazing that every surface here is effectively hard, and there's no.
Yeah, but if you feel that surface in here, that's spongy.
Yeah, it's
okay, now that's sound absorbent. So on top of it, we've overlaid with some sort of nice teak paneling and a CNC, and it's just a beautiful finish.
So you have to put this panel through a CNC in order to etch that out.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. We've got 14 cars now. By the end of the year, there might be 16 cars. And one of the things we've got to think about is keeping them on
it is ABC, but if you're designing and building a garage, let's get this detail right first. It's really hard to do it once you've built it.
Yes.
So get all these things on paper, design your car space, put your chargers in.
Yeah.
And we've also got to think, electric chargers, electric cars, and sort of how you're going with all that. How the floor sort of grips, how the floor cleans.
Yeah. I believe these guys took into account in case a car did leak any oil on the floor, it's a super easy clean, because we will be having all sorts of cars in here, but even though on the bunker garage side there'll be our cars, on Logic side we'll have different cars in every day of the week. So whatever floor we use needs to be anti-slip and easy to clean.
And what this garage will have, which is like over several floors, 5 floors in all, it'll have fire suppression on each floor. So if something catches fire here, there's membranes under here that keep the heat down, which allows mist cooling down on the coils below. So obviously these are a fortune to insure unless you've got those things in place.
Yes.
And that's thinking about the building before it's built.
Actually, you should probably speak with Ryan about that, because Chubb insure all of this. So it'd be very interesting to get some insights from his side as to the security, the fire suppressant systems.
Well, Chubb have got quite a good technical side, which we speak to quite often. So if we're doing a design for a garage, and we say, look, we send it to Chubb's technical team, we say, look, what do you think?
Yes.
Is there anything we've missed, or is there anything you'd like to add? Because if you're then invited to insure it, the insurance rates drop if all these things are in place. So there's a bit of cost to start with, but insurance can drop like a stone if all the sort of stuff's in place. They go, well, have you got your fire? What's it? Is it an IMS system? Is it directional fire control? How do all the electrics work? How's it all alarmed? That's all part of a build. It's not just the building.
It's quite a big job. Obviously, we want to protect our own cars, but we're going to have clients' cars in, and there's a massive responsibility. Previous facilities that I've built were in the PPF world. I mean, at any one time, we had a time when we had a Zonda, a bespoke built, and that one car was insured for over 10 million. So one car.
I'm not sure how standard car garages in the UK or Europe.
Doesn't look like this.
But I don't know how they manage to insure the place, because they don't have these systems in place.
No.
It must be phenomenal cost. really short, you know.
Sometimes it's more cost effective for someone to put their cars into storage, which is a facility built to a standard to maintain these cars, than it is to keep it in their own house, right?
Yes.
Which is why you see
Yes.
so many cars in storage.
Yeah.
Actually, if anyone is in Switzerland or wants to keep a car in storage in Switzerland, these guys have a facility to this standard. This is ridiculous.
What the designer have done, yes, they've used some floor space, but look what they've done. They've just brought natural light into this whole building. There's a light that's there all the way down to the ground floor or the basement area. It's not for car storage, but as part of design, it's great. It just brings, you know, it's a natural space to work in. It's not just LED lights. And for, you know, people looking at their cars, who are client-based, to have natural light in, shining off their cars, it's lovely. It's a nice space.
It's funny, when I see this, I think it's a bit ambitious for where we're at.
Yes,
but, you
it
know,
is a bit.
For
But
the garages you're building, though, actually,
Building,
it's spot on.
people like
you know?
natural light, air,
Yeah.
you know, and clean materials.
So this thing's for towing cars around, so you don't need to turn it on, you put it in neutral and go. I quite like the idea of that from a client's point of view, because you can almost guarantee we don't have to start or drive your car. It's a pretty trick. What a toy. What a toy! That's so good.
You can see one being delivered shortly.
Yes, yeah, I shall be in touch with these guys. Oh, dude, this is awesome.
The charger's up here.
Are you for real? Mate.
And then
Then
all
you
the
put-
chargers.
The nerd in
But
me
then-
is so happy about seeing
Then
that.
you just pull it and it goes back up.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we don't, because we don't want trip hazards.
Yeah.
We don't want to see cables lying around.
I need to have a go on that.
And
That
all
would
the
literally
chargers
help me sleep better at night. That
But it's
solution's
but It's
amazing.
such a simple thing.
Do you have to have any specific extraction in there?
Yes, we do. That's what the,
Yeah.
the vents on the side are.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it takes all the humidity and,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
other stuff.
I really love the
Put-
360 rig up top. I know it's a simple thing, but it's a really helpful touch.
We stick lights, like swimming pool lights in the bottom, so it sort of shines in at the bottom of the car from either side of the wall.
Yeah,
It's
there we
quite
go.
rare, and I'm imagining how enjoyable it must have been to have had a blank canvas to purpose-built for cars. Most facilities are adapted to it, whereas this is from the sheet up,
exactly.
is designed to facilitate cars.
Yeah.
So special.
Yeah. And also to give our customers the appearance or the feeling that the car is safe with us. while people are
Exactly
dropping
that.
off.
That is a bit of you in it, this.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely. The Singer is incredible, but having the original next to it, the black on black RS is
It's
very
kind of
cool.
wild. Like, in what world would a 2.7 RS ever blend into a room?
Yeah, completely. Yeah, that's very true actually. Yeah, no, I love it. This collection is incredible when you've got Project 8, 2.7 RS, Singer, and then
How do you go about covering this, man? I'd have anxiety if this landed on my desk.
Yeah, you have to quickly get over that when you work in insurance, especially when you're insuring these sorts of collections.
yeah.
I mean, when you get the list through, first of all, you sort of like, wow, blown away.
When can I visit?
Yeah, when can I visit? Today, which is great.
Yeah.
But that's actually one of the things we always do with a collection like this is we visit the facility, meet the owners, and make sure that they've got right fire protections and the cars are managed correctly, which they absolutely are here. And then we put it all on one policy. So
all of these are on one.
yeah, all on one policy. There's too
that's
many.
wild.
It makes the client and our brokers and our lives much easier.
Sure.
They've got one renewal date. They add and swap cars about as they need to. But our main sort of focus is how are they used, where are they stored, how are they taken out. And after we went on cover, before we went on cover, sorry, for this, we did send an appraiser out to do like a risk review and a walk around with the owner. And he said, best facility he's ever seen.
It's
they've
got to be.
everything.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because the access for the cars, getting them in and out. If something were to happen, fire, whatever.
They've got it
every
on every
single floor
level.
Yeah, you just get the cars straight out, which is incredible. Having enough space between the cars, having the right people look after them.
Really? So you drill down that fine out?
Yeah.
All of these
We'll go
up.
right into that detail.
Sure.
Who has got access to the keys? Where are the keys kept? Those
Really?
sorts of things. And then there's all sorts of different grades of fire protection you can have and fire alarms. And again, where's the closest fire station? What's the security like?
Wow. Well, how often do you guys go to a place which is from the paper but designed to facilitate cars rather than a building that's been adapted to put cars in? I mean, it's
pretty
not that
amazing. Often. Yeah. Some of our more and more people are starting to do that.
Sure.
To build their own if they've
Yes.
got the land and whatever.
Things like
but
this,
actually,
yeah.
9 times out of 10, it is like you say, it's adapted. It's a
Yeah,
big sort of warehouse adapted. So to have something built like this, it's incredible.
It's so cool.
Also, Koenigsegg. I mean, I love Koenigsegg anyway, but that's how we met.
It is.
Yeah, Vista.
That's right.
That's the only other
is.
place I've been where I pulled up to Vista.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are there 5 Koenigseggs here? Like that and the Pagani and whatever
That was a
else.
strong
you had
day
there.
out.
That was a very strong day out.
Yeah,
that was
great.
yeah.
I say great. There was probably a week. If you haven't seen it, about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
We filmed a series called The Chronicles of Koenigsegg.
That's right.
And we managed to accumulate, I think we filmed 6 Koenigsegg's in 5 days. We went all the way from a very early CC car all the way up to a Regera. Incredible journey, but you guys managed to insure us for that.
Yeah.
Effectively, we filmed and we had to keep on our premises all 6 cars at the same time.
Right.
So the room didn't look dissimilar to what's happening right now,
exactly
which
right.
was kind of wild.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So, every now and again, throughout the year of filming, I end up in some really special locations, and I just count myself incredibly lucky to even be there. And I often think to myself, I'd love to bring friends back here. I wish my friends were here for this. And today, day 0 really, this isn't even the beginning of our trip, I'm fulfilling 2 of those locations in the same day. I've always wanted to take friends to Carage, because it doesn't matter how much you see this thing on screen, being there is a totally different ball game. And then the second thing I've always wanted to do is the location we're going to now, because it's probably the most fun way of kicking off a road trip. I've been wanting to do this for ages, get a load of friends together and put them in every seat in the Racing Unleashed Racing Lounge. And this is how we've decided to kick off this Chubb trip that we're taking place in this week. So Chubb are launching the Masterpiece motor insurance that we've got on our fleet back home in the UK as a service available over here in Switzerland. And to celebrate the launch of that, we thought, why don't we do a road trip through Switzerland and into Europe, the best driving roads, and end up somewhere pretty special. But to kick it off, friends in seats. I've just been dying for an excuse to arrange it. No way, man.
Yeah.
You'd need a padded room if you had this in your own
Yeah,
house.
exactly. So I will have my arm on your
This is
shoulder.
mad, man.
And look at the car now.
How far back can I go?
A little bit more.
Because it's funny, I've got like a whole racetrack here.
Exactly.
Dude, this is unreal. Someone needs to
immersive.
put these on and see what I'm seeing here. So funny. I love how he's putting his head underneath the roll cage. It's really, really amazing. Like the detail on it is incredible.
Super cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
If I had one of these in my house, you'd never see me again. Like that would
Yeah.
just be it. See you later. This is, you're going to be one of the first in the world, because this is their brand new GT sim. And we've been talking about it with these guys for like 18 months, and to have it, it's really, really cool. But in a minute, we're going to put that on your dome.
Okay.
And you're fully, I cannot tell
I've
you
not done any
how
VR before. Wow.
This is going to be the best thing ever. It's so good, so next level. When you're in there, it's really like being plugged in the Matrix. So good. Whoa! You got it. Towards it.
This is insane.
It is mad, isn't it?
It's so cool. I'm sort of not.
Look down at your legs.